So next is the ocean energy. So as we all know that our Earth's surface is covered with 71% of water. So this ocean energy, it is one of the potential source of the renewable energy. So here there are different forms of ocean energy. So you see ocean thermal energy, sea waves energy, tidal energy, then energy from the salinity gradient in sea, then energy from the sea vegetation or biomass, then energy from the nuclear deuterium of the oceans. So these are the various forms of ocean energy. So now let us know about the ocean thermal energy. So this ocean thermal energy is what? Here the energy that is available, it is due to the temperature difference between the deeper levels and the surface of the ocean. So you see in the picture, so this is one of the place where the ocean thermal energy conversion is done. So this ocean thermal energy, it is also used to generate electricity, and it has also some advantages and disadvantages. So as advantages, you can see that the power which is generated in the ocean thermal energy conversion, it is continuous, then it is renewable and pollution free. And as a disadvantages, it is that here the investment, that is the capital investment, it is very high. So that are the advantages and disadvantages of the ocean thermal energy conversion. So next is the geothermal energy. So geothermal energy is what? It is a type of a renewable energy that is taken from the Earth's core. So here you see the heat that is produced from inside the earth, it heats up the water which is inside the surface, and the hot water, it can be used under favorable condition as a source of energy. So the underground water in the Earth's core, it gets converted into steam, and the remains, it gets trapped between the rocks at high pressure, and the steam that is taken out at the high pressure, it can be used to run the turbine, and it will generate the electricity. So you could see here in the picture, this is one place where the geothermal energy is used. Now this geothermal energy, it is also have some advantages and disadvantages. So advantages are, it is environment friendly. Here the maintenance cost is less, then it is highly sustainable. And disadvantages are, it can give rise to earthquakes, and here land requirement is very high, and it is useful in particular region. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the geothermal energy. So next is nuclear energy. So nuclear energy is what? It is the reaction in which the nucleus of an atom, it undergoes change to form what? To form a new atom, and it releases an enormous amount of energy, and that energy is known as the nuclear energy. So there are two distinct ways of obtaining this nuclear energy, that is the nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So nuclear fission is what? It is the process in which the heavy uranium nucleus, it gets spills into lighter nuclei of smaller atomic number. And nuclear fusion means what? It is the phenomena of bringing together of two or more lighter nuclei to form a single heavier nucleus. So this nuclear energy, it is used for the heat generation, then fuel for the marine vessels, and so on. So this is the picture of a nuclear power plant. So this nuclear energy, it also have some advantages and disadvantages. So as a advantages, it is low cost, then reliable, then here the energy density is high, and as disadvantages are, it has very much the environmental impact, then it is water intensive, and here a lot of radioactive waste is produced, and it has a high risk of accidents. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the nuclear energy. So here almost all the energy sources have some environmental consequences. So here you see, whenever there is an increased demand for the energy, it leads to the rapid consumption of the fossil fuels, and these fossil fuels are what? They are exhaustible sources of energy, and then sometimes the burning of fossil fuels, it can release a lot of harmful gases in the atmosphere, and that can lead to the global warming, then acid rain, then the cutting of trees. Okay, this cutting of trees, though it provides us the wood for the household purposes, but there will be the loss of habitat, and also it will increase the soil erosion. Then the construction of dams, which is done to produce the hydroelectricity, it may leads to the destruction of the habitat of lot of the aquatic life, and also the people that is living near the area. So now how will reduce these things? So to reduce it, we as an individual, we can follow some certain things, such as like switching off the electrical appliances when not used, then the energy efficient electrical appliances should be used in place of the appliances that produce or consume more energy. Then solar cookers can be used for the cooking purpose as much as possible. Then bicycles or public transport, it can be used to minimize the use of the petrol and diesels. So such type of ways we can it can be done so that we can reduce the energy consumption.